His name is Wade Henderson. He's the president and CEO of the Leadership Conference on Civil and Human Rights. Wade?
Thanks, Frank. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm honored to stand here today with Janet McGeer, Tom Science, our friends at America's Voice, and these young scholars who showcase the best of America's potential future. I am Wade Henderson. I am President and CEO of the Leadership Conference on Civil and Human Rights, a coalition of more than 200 national civil and human rights organizations working to build an America that's as good as its ideals. We're here today because we believe in the power and promise of education to transform lives and to advance our society. We're here because we believe that that power and that promise should be within the reach of every young person in America. What brings us here today is the fact that these young Americans, and yes, they are true Americans regardless of what any law says, have had to overcome incredible obstacles and uncertainty to get this far. But they are still being deterred from pursuing the bright futures they deserve. Now, these young scholars aren't being punished for anything they did themselves, but for what their parents did years, even decades, before they had any say about it. Our immigration laws tell these youth to give up and to stop trying to fulfill their potential. It is the kind of message that goes against every ideal that our great nation has worked so hard to realize. Access to a quality public education is a fundamental civil and human right, and it is the foundation that enables all of us to achieve the American dream. On the world stage, America is falling more and farther behind in economic growth and college graduation rates. We already know that higher education is the critical component to rebuilding our economy and in preparing our youth for the jobs of today and tomorrow. For these reasons, the Leadership Conference, since it was founded in 1950, has fought to ensure that a quality education is available to every young person, regardless of his or her race, ethnicity, religious beliefs, physical ability, economic standing, or their zip code. This Congress has made strides in affirming access to higher education as a civil right, but it did not go far enough. The measures passed this year increased Pell Grants and streamlined the process for students to receive subsidized loans, but left out the tens of thousands of dreamers who have worked so hard to have the opportunities that many of us take for granted. The upcoming vote is an important test to see who in Congress is willing to do what is right for our nation and for the tens of thousands of young Americans whose future depend on the DREAM Act. America and these young scholars cannot afford to wait another day. Thank you very much.